take them to church. What is the message? What is the choir saying? What is the universe saying? What is God saying? Let's take them to church. Peace. Okay, so this is what we must understand. I keep speaking this, so I'll keep expanding on the point until we all can perceive what's being said. This isn't my perspective. This isn't something that I learned. This is common sense. And also science, or the observational science. Within this world, within this experience, without you, nothing exists. Nothing exists without you. Nothing exists without me. I'm not able to perceive, if I'm not able to see this, or if I'm not able to experience this reality, then it doesn't exist. So it's like, why do we keep putting our energies into things that in a sense don't exist? Anything outside of yourself is a reflection of yourself, because everything is light particles bending, refracting, shaping, and formalizing itself in just in a different form, a different shape. So understand that you are everything. Like, in order to be a living being, a creature, in order for you to be a being, you have to be part of everything. Because everything is just a being. It's the just being. So understand, you're never battling anybody else. Nobody's ever attacking you. You're always attacking yourself. You're always battling yourself. You're a compilation of hundreds of trillions of cells that's what your body is made of. And every day, trillions of cells die within your body. You are dying every single day. So when people come up to me and they're like, oh, well, I've died. Oh, I did this psychedelic and I died. We're dying every single day. But a lot of us aren't aware. We aren't aware of this fact, so we can't experience this type of death, this type of feeling, this type of ascension. You know, R.I.P. to Nipsey Hussle, but it's just time to start telling the truth. There's no such thing as death. This is a word that they created within this language to keep us trapped and imprisoned. You see, that 1% that controls and governs the mental, the government, they govern the mind. They've created terminology. They gave us this language, this English language that I'm speaking right now to you. It's not something that we created. So when we speak this language, we don't even see how we're trapping our minds. We're dumbing down and trapping our imagination every time we're utilizing this language, which is why they gave us a left brain system. They left out the feminine aspect. That's why they say it's a man's world. They're leaving out the feminine aspect. We're too much in the left brain. Which is not a bad thing, but order must be creativity must balance the order. So going back to the death thing, energy is never created, nor is it destroyed. It only transfers. Like I was saying, you are a compilation of hundreds of trillions of cells. We're not dying, or you could say we're always dying. We're in a constant state of death. That's life. I said we're in a constant state of death. That's life. That's why this shit is so hard. Because we're literally always dying, and we're fighting that shit every day. You may not be paying attention to it, but when you drive to work every day, or when you go to school every day, you are blessed to make it to your destination every day. There's millions of cars, hundreds of millions of cars throughout the country driving every day, but just somehow, some way, you always make it. It's not luck. So it's like, when you do pass away, or when you do die, that's not luck either. Everything is happening purposefully, intentfully. And because we understand that energy is never created nor destroyed, when something passes on or dies, it just transforms its form into something else. And it's like when your light gets so big, when you start doing big things, and when you get to the point of understanding this reality where you're like, look, I don't care, nobody's gonna stop me. That's when you duplicate, that's when you blow yourself up.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. I look, that's familiar. Yeah.
And I'm gonna go ahead and be the first one to say, man, fuck the finals.
I got family.
We're too distracted. I do agree.
I was in there. That's the first time I thought.
The reason why I say that is because the people watching the finals are the same people who can't afford to. The people watching the finals are the same people who can't even afford to get in the game and watch and see the finals. We're putting so much attention and energy into the finals. We not realize we're taking this shit away from ourselves. Fuck the finals. They're not for us. It was over $12 billion were made last year in the NBA finals. None of us saw any of that.
Okay, then, yeah, I just signed out.
But yet every year we support the finals. Again, over $12 billion. They're making billions of dollars on these games and not doing shit for us. But yet we're still supporting them. We're still giving them our energy, getting mad and shit when they lose and getting happy when they win. Like, do some shit with your life. Fuck the finals, yo. That shit don't got nothing to do with us. Got nothing to do with us. Like, I understand if you're using the system to make money, that's something. You're now using the system to better your life, to enhance your life, which is what the people, the GM, the owners of the teams do. They bet. This is $1 trillion. This is $1 billion industry, gambling, sports gambling. Which is why, if you aren't aware, this is set up. It's,
Eli Smith, that young lady that died at the time, Wanda Smith. I said, I know quite a few of them. I know the radio station, because I used to be on the radio station. Especially Eli, because I used to work on this on the gospel station. I asked him, I said, she probably know Eli, and the lady we called my.
You're not trying to get wealthy, what are you doing?
When they had that purple ball thing.
It's okay to have a day job. It's okay to be a part of different organizations and hang out with different friends. But if you're not trying to get wealthy, what are you doing? It's a message to myself, cut them off. You know, some P. Diddy said, you got to be so into yourself, so into your mind that it doesn't matter who comes across your path, you're going to be you. Because you got to be great. Now's the time to be great.
Right there, we live in the same building. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I work on that's all. Yeah, that's why. Yeah. Hey, excuse me.
But yeah, that's all I'm going to say for right now. I got to get into some courses. I got to write a couple of things down, map the week out in advance so that I stay ahead of the game. Again, it's a mind game. The reason why I say it's a mind game is because what stops us from moving forward, what stops us from building, what stops us from succeeding is our emotions. And the reason why it's a mental game is because it's always a choice. You can choose to move forward, you can choose to dwell, you can choose to forgive, you can choose to forget. It's a mind game. The battle happens in the mind, but just don't forget that life that we're living is so sublime. We're living in the sublime life because it's always subliminal messages around that. We have to open up our third eye and our inner minds, ears, and eyes in order to receive the messages. If you feel what I'm saying, give this shit a double tap. Sublime life, with living within the sublime mind, subliminally catching messages all around. So people say, you're too deep, Steve. I said, well, you're not deep enough. You're too comfortable, yo. Like I said, we're made up of hundreds of trillions of cells, and every day we're losing hundreds of trillions of cells, so we're dying every day. Some people aren't aware of this, and they don't understand, they don't perceive, they can't perceive how they're ascending every day. Yo, but when you die for real, you recognize that the only time that really exists is now. I don't understand. I do understand. I overstand. We're too comfortable. We're not grateful enough. We're not grateful enough. We have cars, we have phones, we have water, clean water, we have alkaline water. But it's like we don't care. We act like we don't have access to all this shit. That's what makes me mad. We're too entitled. And we let this false sense of entitlement keep us from evolving and keep us stagnant. And really there's no stagnancy because you only move forward or backwards in life. There's no standing still. You're either getting better or you're getting worse.
Hey.
If I'm traveling across the country and I stop, quote unquote, am I getting closer to my destination in that moment? No. So in a sense, I'm getting further from the destination in time. Maybe not in space or location, but in time, I'm getting further away from the destination because I have not continued to move forward. So in life, you either move forward or you move backwards, even though things can be perceived as stillness. Stillness is, again, a subliminally programmed image because it is constantly moving. That's the subliminal, the sublime aspect of the stillness. Even a picture moves. That's why they say a picture's worth 1,000 words. That's because it's moving. To do it, try it out. The next time you see a picture, stare at it. I challenge you, I dare you to stare at it for longer than 30 seconds. And watch. Within the first 60 seconds, as the picture will start to move, it will start to morph, it will shapeshift, it will change. You can even do this looking at your own self in the mirror. Next time you go to the bathroom, look at yourself in the mirror, stare at yourself for a whole minute. See what happens to your image. There is no stillness, it's only change, that's the only constant. Become mindful and manipulate or influence, motivate the changes. Tap it to yourself.
Yeah, that I got. I didn't know that bike worth that much money. Ed looked it up, right? It's called something. That bike I got it.